Julio. Thank you everyone for participating in this training, this virtual training. And this is one of the few that we are making here in the Export Store. Thank you, Axel. Thank you, Angel, and all the Export Store. For the contractors that had the time to participate on this stage as well, as you might know, during those trainings, we had the opportunity to present our products. However, it's not that easy doing online and presenting a hands-on training. So what we have for today, is the presentation, a quick review of our last training, which was our two main lines of products. I want you to understand that Sherwin-Williams carried two lines of products. The first one, Uniflex, our commercial line, Uniflex, and the second one, Cool Seal. Again, we have access to both lines of products, and we have to understand the segmentation. So I'm gonna give you a quick review of what we talked in the past, and then during today we're gonna concentrate in two products, two main products that are key products for you guys, for your contractors to have it every day. The first one is our Cool Seal, which is 100% silicone, and right now is the new trend. And the second one that we're gonna present is our One Flash. This is a sealant or Freedom Flash in different markets. Okay, I'm gonna get into detail in a few more minutes. So if we go back to our main training, and I said, I'm gonna put it as simple as this, and don't get complicated on roofing. Sometimes we get too complicated thinking that, okay, what's the product that I have to apply now over this surface? Metal. If it's a concrete, it's a PVC, MPDF. There's a lot of different roofs out there, and we get confused. So I don't know the level of comfort of all the people that get connected. So just in as a summary, we have two systems, okay? The first one is an acrylic elastomeric system. It's either Uniflex or Cool Seal. Today, we're gonna focus on our Cool Seal line, okay? Now, how do we compete in the market? We can see our Cool Seal 5-year, our Cool Seal 7-year, and our Cool Seal 10-year. Okay, again, this is an elastomeric acrylic formula. So if we go to a market, a competitive market, we can feel comfortable on introducing our 5-year warranty, label warranty. And then if we go to something that is in between, our 7 and then the 10 years. Why and how do we sell those products? I'm sorry for the noise. And please, every single product here has to go with the system, okay? Let's say if it's the metal, you need, and the metal has critical conditions, you have to use the right primer. Let's say an inhibitor primer by Cool Seal or by Uniflex. So if there's a need of a base coat, we're gonna use a base coat. So we have this for different type of markets, different type of customers. So we have options, okay? So that's basically what our acrylic elastomeric system is. Now, in the industry, the trend is to go with the silicone. Silicone is the new technology. However, we have to understand both to make a right decision, the right recommendation for a project. So with that, I don't know if some of you guys have questions about the Cool Seal. Go ahead. Can you?
What is the difference? What's the difference? Get that question right.
Sure. Okay, that's fine. So we're gonna go to the silicone system. Okay, I think everything is clear about the elastomeric acrylic, right? So now, if we go to our new technology, silicone, we're gonna have in the market a lot of different products, okay? And now, the advantage of using silicone versus an acrylic is that the silicone tends to, and the main advantage is the resistance to ponding water, okay? So we're gonna have a lot of different substrates and a lot of different problems that we are exposed in the roofing industry. I don't know how familiar you guys are, But when we apply, let's say, an acrylic, no matter what it is, it's a Sherwin-Williams cool seal or any other product, you might have problems of water filtration or leaks. So it might resist, it might not. So you can use maybe an embedded system with our acrylics, but the solution or the technology going to the future is going to be silicone. Now, our main product and the one that we are promoting and is promoting itself is Tundra. Tundra, what is Tundra? Tundra is 100% silicone. And I want you to understand, when we talk about silicone, this is a raw material, okay? So the formula of this product, what it does is resistant to pounding water. The advantage on the application between this and the other one is that it levels itself. So no matter what, let's say if you apply with a brush, it won't leave the marks. Or if you apply with a roller cover, if you apply properly with the right thicknesses, with the right milk, it's gonna look fine because it's a self-leveling product. Okay? So now, in both line of products, in both systems, acrylics or silicones, they both are UV reflective. So that's the advantage, one of the main points that we have to use. You as a contractor, you have to face your customer. So that's one of the main selling points. So it reflects the sunlight. So as a result, it's an energy saving product that you can be applying over your roof. Now, I don't know how familiar you are, so you can tell me if I move forward on this. What happens is, this, as I mentioned, is 100% silicone. However, we have in the market other products. Pay attention to this. They will say it's 100% silicone and it's cheaper. And I don't like to talk about cost or pricing. However, we have a product that is cheaper, and I want you to understand why it's cheaper. If somebody can tell me, do you understand why, guys, this product is cheaper, or why we came up with this, if both are 100% silicone?
Yeah, we've had President ask me that same question. It seems to be just that we can price That's what I was.
Okay. So that's why I want to take this as an opportunity to clarify. When we use Tundra silicone, is the formula says, and if we read the data page, it says 100% silicone, 95% solids. Now, if we go to any competitor, or now our silicone 22 is 100% silicone, however, the amount of solids is less. So let's say if you compare, the amount of solids will be here, and the other with the amount of solids will be here. So that's the main difference. So you can understand that if we use both buckets, in terms of coats, let's say the Tundra will be applied one coat. On the other hand, the other product, or our silicone 22, might be in two coats. Now, so that's what the point that I wanted to clarify and jump into another topic. Okay? So if you have questions, please raise the hand and you let me know. I have a question, go ahead.
Gio, one of my customers was asking me, for a commercial contract, what's the type of prep involved with your Tundra silicone and the silicone 22? Is one more advanced than the other in terms of comfort? Are they user-friendly?
Oh, that's a good question, okay? So the preparation, and then that's why one of the topics, the main point of the training is the preparation, okay? Any product will fail if there's not a good prep. So in order for us to qualify the product, we always, as a team, Uniflex or Tool Seal, we advise and we are recommending every single project needs to be tested with an adhesion test. So that's what we're gonna do, okay? First, you qualify the customer, and then you decide, let's say, if this product is suitable for a metal roof, for a concrete roof, so over a PVC roof, and then you test it. So let's put an example, and we have prepared an adhesion test. Just for training purposes, we're gonna use a board, a cement board, and this test can be applied or can be done in different surfaces. Okay, so just give me 1 minute. So what we need for an adhesion test, and this is a way that we, after we do all the cleaning, we have to make sure that our product is suitable with another. If, let's say, sometimes we see a project that has silicone, but we don't know. The question is, can we apply our silicone over that one? We don't know. We don't know what it was applied before. So basically what we do is we can use acrylic or silicone to do this test. Anyone has a question on this? So let me move this. What we have is to use the product that we're gonna use. In this case, the right way of doing it will be, if it's concrete, apply a concrete primer, and then apply the product you are thinking of applying. In this case, we're gonna use our Tundra. So what we have to do is, let me explain you what we're gonna use. It's gonna be your Tundra, your product. We're gonna use a piece of fabric, okay? This fabric usually is used for reinforcement in different type of repairs. So it has the right tensile strength. So what we're trying to do is put it on, let it dry, and then doing the test, okay? Just give me 1 minute, please. So it has to be the area that we're gonna use, and this we use just as for training purposes, so somebody else can use. It has to be like maybe 6 by 6. So remember, this is the number we're gonna use. 6 inches long of length, 1 inch of thicknesses. That's the right way of doing this test. A lot of people tend to use a little bit thicker, and that's not right. We're trying to see how well our product gets stuck in the surface, okay? So when I use this, so we can either pour the product, you can either roller or brush, okay? Keep in mind every time that you apply a product, please read the data page. The data page usually tells you the thicknesses that you have to apply the product in order to be a success, okay? And how do you do this? You're gonna need, hello? So you're gonna need a mill gauge tool, which is this. And with that said, the Tundra says that it has to be applied at 30 mils of thicknesses, okay? So just give me 1 minute, because I'm getting ready on this. You usually get dirty doing this, because this is silicone. So make sure that you also use your safety items. And if there's necessary glasses, please use it now. With COVID, you can use masks as well. So please feel free to use whatever is necessary for safety. Okay, so then we use a roller cover. Right, let's do in this case with a roller cover. Okay, this is silicone, so it's kind of different than the paint. It might not be as easy to, because it's a lot thicker than regular paint. Okay, so you have to pull it, and then this product will self-level. Okay, it might look right now, if you let it stand for maybe a minute, you're gonna notice that it's self-level. Okay, so this is the first part of the adhesion test. So we're not doing with time, but so then, as I explained, you use the mesh of 6 inches. Now, key for this test is 3 inches embedded on the substrate, and the other 3 have to be out. The idea is that 3 inches have to be able to pull. That's why it's called pull test or adhesion pull test. So after you embed this fabric in the product, as I said, the product could be either silicone or acrylic. So then we apply, depending on the system, and the top coat. In this case, it's gonna be other 30 mils. So key, again, first, before you apply the second coat, you have to make sure that you use this. And in this case, let's say 30 mils is gonna be on this. Minimum of 30 mils, right? So if you see that it's 30 mils, you can go and apply. For the ones that don't know how to read this, we can give them a brief explanation how to read or how to use a wet mill thicknesses gauge, okay? So now we apply the second coat again. You can either use roller cover. The advantage, as I said again, and I repeat it, this product is self-leveling product, so it won't be a problem. So this is the idea of preparing or doing an adhesion test. As you can see, it's not a problem. You see how the product starts moving itself. It's self-level. It's gonna look really nice at the end. So now, in the case of silicones, you have to leave for 72 hours and then you have to do a pull. So the right way of doing a pull is vertical, 90 degree angle. So just for purposes of the training, we have prepared a couple of samples where we're gonna be able to pull it. Now, the right way of pulling is with a scale. You can use any type of a scale that gives you the idea how much or how well adheses the product on the surface, okay? So we're gonna use this just for training purposes. We have made this like yesterday or so, just for training purposes. What we're gonna do is we're gonna use a scale. This is like a fish scale. Let me turn it on. Okay, now it's 0. So we have to hook over the fabric, and you have to see that it has to be a minimum of 2 pounds. Now, the explanation, what happens if it rips off before the 2 pounds? It means that it's not a good fit for an application with this product, okay? So we have to make sure. So we pull it vertically, and let me zero this. Okay. So now you see like you have like 3 pounds, 4 pounds. So you have to pull it to the point that 6 pounds, you see that it starts breaking up. So as long as it's over 2 pounds, we are fine, okay? So we saw that it was over 4 pounds, it's fine. Now, it's good to make this test, at least 2 of them in an area of 10,000 square feet. So now this is like a recommendation, but that's not as a rule, okay? So you can use more or do more adhesion tests as much as you need, okay? So this is part of the preparation, and this training is more emphasizing the prep, okay? So with this, this is another sample, but it's almost the same thing. So the idea is to pull it, again, if you want to do it, and pull it, I don't know if you want to do it. It'll start breaking up at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pounds. So we can determine that is a good way of applying this. Now, the right way of doing it is will be prime. Okay, so let's move to the next product. So let me take this out. Ready? How are you gonna do this before? Now, any questions at this point? No? please, if you have any questions, please just type it, message. We're gonna find your answer right away after this video call. So now, this is a mock-up, and this, please, this is the best representation that we could do. This is not, it's not gonna look like this in the roof. Now, I want you to think now that this product is not only for roof, okay? It could be used in any different surface, and this is the advantage. Now, in our roofing division, when we present this product to a customer, they love it. Why? Because roofing repairs are complicated, a lot complicated. A lot of the contractors, just to do a repair, they use fabrics, they use mesh, they use asphalt, they use torch. So they have to use a lot of different products just to make one fix. Now, this is an ivory product. What happens? It can be used in any type of surface. So you don't have to be thinking about, okay, this is a silicone, I have to buy a silicone. Or this is a urethane, now I have to look maybe for urethane. I don't know if it's compatible with latex, latex is compatible with. There's a lot of information, a lot of sealants in the market. And it creates confusion, even for people that work in the industry for a long time. We get confused. So this is the solution. This is a product that can be applied in any surface. Now, this is a pipe penetration. Usually on roofs, you're gonna have find a lot of different penetrations. AC units have penetrations. This is a pipe penetration. So usually the problems that you're gonna find are going to be around here. Why? Because it's not sealed properly. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna show how to use our product in an easy way, an easy repair, that in the past, it would take maybe 30 minutes of your time. So what we're gonna need for this, if you go to a room, is just, are you connected? Don't have problems? Okay. It's just one of our tubes, or one of our sausages, or the presentation in 2-gallon buckets. This is the one flash. So you see the 2-gallon bucket. Cubes or sausages, okay? So we're gonna test this here. So basically what we do is, by norm, every fix has to be done at 3 inches from the roof and 3 inches around the pipe. So now, sometimes you don't have all the tools. The easiest way is to use a 3-inch brush, okay? It's a 3-inch brush. So now, we're gonna apply this in a regular way as you were applying maybe any type of silicone or caulking. Now the advice is that we can go from the top and then we go down. Why? Because of gravity, okay? So we learned those tricks from our tech department, which is full of ex-roofing contractors. So please, any new trick, let us know. But it's kind of how we do. Now, 3 inches will be here. We have to open a little bit more. Now, how we do this? As I said, 3 inches. So you can either go around the pipe Now, pay attention. Basically, the mistakes are usually in the back of the pipe because we don't have access to it. Now, same thing, and we use a 3-inch brush. Why? Because we want to make around 3 inches from the pipe to the edge. Okay. Try to make sure that at the edge is 0, and then this is done. So that's the advantage. So I don't know how it took me, but how much of time it took me, but it's really fast compared to whatever other system that you use. Now, this is one of the most common deficiencies that you're gonna find in a roof. Then, let's say if you go to a roof with a membrane, or to a roof with any type of system, you will find bubbles on the roof. So I'm gonna show you how to make a repair, so you don't need all the thing more than our hybrid product called Freedom Flash brush, or maybe a potty knife. Okay, I have a question.
I have a quick question. Customers always ask me, how long does it take to dry once you apply it?
Huh?
How long does it take to dry?
Okay.
More or less.
Sure, 1 hour, but let's say if in 10 minutes it start raining, it won't make any difference because this is cured by humidity. So let's say, and we can test it, 10 minutes, we can throw a little bit of water and it won't be a problem.
So
it will help curing them.
So basically within 10 minutes it should be somewhat to go over an hour.
I'm sorry?
Between 10 minutes and an hour it should be okay to start working, right?
To start what?
Within 10 minutes it should be enough that it should be somewhat wonderful, correct?
Yes, correct. Then, key on this application again. How thick? Because this is something that we have to make sure. We said that for our silicone, the thickness has to be 32 inches, right? On this, it has to be 60 mils. I mean, I didn't say...
I think you said inches.
Okay, no, it's mils. So this, please make sure that we use the right well-filmed thicknesses gauge, and this it has to be between minimum of 60. So we have to measure this. We can either use here. A lot of people use here. Here has enough. I think it has like maybe 70, or here. So it's like 70, so it's fine. You can either use and leave it as it is, or thin a little bit the surface, or. But we appreciate your business. If you want to put more material, it's fine. Okay, guys. But let's jump into the next deficiency that we are finding, or we find in the roof.
It actually looks like it's drying pretty quick. Freedom Flash. It is humid today, so maybe that is accelerating it to harvest.
Sure. So for this, the only difference we're gonna use simple, any type of knife. Be careful on that. So what we do is when we go to a roof, we find the deficiencies. We try to see where the problem is, and this problem usually is because moisture got trapped. Maybe they didn't apply right any type of coating, or maybe the membrane, they didn't use enough heat. A lot of different reasons. So we have to find the problem, what it is, have to cut it, and we have to cut it to a point where it's completely sound, adheres correctly. This is for training purposes, okay? So then you have to remove any type of material that you have there, and just here is a good. Now, would you apply directly our Freedom Flash here? Well, the question was made because when you leave this problem, then you might find the root of the problem. So maybe moisture inside. So fix it, and then again, this is our safe. Now, Julio, in the meantime, put a little. Can you open another one? You have to put enough material. Again, the number was 60, right? So with practice, in this case, you can either use our brush or our putty knife, okay? Again, you just have to cover. Now try to make that at the edge 0, and again 3 inches around the I'm sure maybe you can do it nicer, but the idea is to leave a little bit of space so in the case of water comes in, so it goes down. Okay, so this is the second repair and one of the most common deficiencies in a roof. And then after you apply this, again, you use the mill gauge tool. You have to 70 again. So make sure that you have at least 60 mils. Of course, in the middle you might have more because it's a little bit higher than in the edge. But this is the basic idea of how you make a repair. So it takes again maybe 2-3 minutes. Then I can move this to this side, so maybe we can do the other deficiency in the front. It's fine. This is another common deficiency, fish mouth. Usually because it has like this, like a fish mouth. So that's an easy way. Knife, putty knife. Again, you have to remove this. Let me put a rock in. Stop the table. Do this. Okay. So I end with this. So for the handymans, roofing contractors, make sure you have a tube of this. Can you bring me another one, please? What do you think so far? Is it easy? So this is basically what we have to do on the roofs, on the everyday. So make sure on this type of repairs. So the rule of thumb for this is enough material, in this case 60 mils of thicknesses, and the inches around the edges. On this, don't get confused. When we have this type of, it could be maybe 3 inches around. On this type of deficiencies, we can go 2 inches to one side, 2 inches to the other side, okay? Again, this is easy. Then try to do this. As I said, try to do it at the end, 1 to 0. So just in case, the idea is if it rains, the water can go down. Then remember, on top of this, you have to use any type of our systems. It's either the acrylic system or our silicone. So that's the advantage again. This product can be used over any surface and it can be covered with either or. So with that, we can go, and this is usually the deficiencies that you're gonna find on the roof. Now, you can translate into any type of repair. Let's say repair on the wall, you can use this, no? You can use our product. And for the roofing contractors, usually you are exposed to go and the opportunity for waterproofing. So one of the main problems sometimes is not on the roof, sometimes it's around it. And when I say around it, this, let's say the wall that is between the, it's called parapet wall, which we are simulating a parapet wall here. So the problems are not gonna be in the roof. The problems you might encounter on top of the parapet wall, and the water, this is a simulation that the water can go down and then causing a problem on the roof. So we marked some lines because let's say those are simulating the cracks, right? Crack lines. So again, we are using our best product to fix on the field. Let's say this is a crack. You just go with this. Fill it. You either use spatula or brush. If you think that you need more product, please don't be afraid of using more product. When I mean more product, I mean the right amount of product. Okay, so we're gonna go. Now, if you find cracks around here, you can also use this. Okay. Now, you're gonna find crack lines on the roof. Do the same thing. Try to put enough material for any type of overlapping. Let's say this metal, you see an overlapping again. You are fixing this just with one tool, okay? Now, why we have this is a 4-inch 40 knife, and this is a 3-inch. Why? Because we have to make some repairs, for example, with 3 inches, and this is 4 because on this type of cracks, you only need 2 inches from one side and 2 for the other side. So it makes it easy, and you can use, first you can making sure that you have more material in the center. I want to stop this. Just give me 1 minute, please. So basically, this is our, try to tap this to 0. And this is what I wanted to show you, how easy it could become the use of our hybrid product called Freedom Flash. So please get in communication with any of your reps, Sherwin-Williams reps, and if you want to have a product for test or for a demo, please let us know. We will be happy to assist you. If you have a project that you're gonna use our products, please, let's say our Cool Seal 10-year or our silicone, and you need to try this, let me know. I will send you a couple of products of these tubes, and I'm sure that you will be happy to use and apply this, providing solutions to your project. Okay, thank you very much, guys. I don't know if somebody has a question, please, once again, type it. And once again, Axel and the whole export team, thank you, Julio. And if anything, again, I'm here. I'm the regional manager for our lines, Uniflex and Cool Seal. So please feel free, give me a call, send me an email, and I'll be there to assist you. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you everybody for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll have more of these in the future, so stay tuned. If you have any questions, contact your sales rep, and I look forward to seeing you all again very soon. Thank you, everybody.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna ask.